There was what people would think about him being Spider-Man.
Why are we looking for another Spider-Man?
Because Marvel still wants to use Spider-Man, but they don't have. Apparently, they have rights to like it's like Hulk. You can't do you can't have movies dedicated to him, but you could have him in movies.
I don't know. That was my thought, like, because I thought they figured out the whole contract thing, but it's also like they can only, it's still expensive for them to do a Spider-Man movie because they probably have to do extra whatever rights dollars. So like they can't do like a regular, like a non big time movie with Spider-Man. Now I feel like it's hard. Like I feel like they need to do like a almost like down to earth, like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man movie again, but it would be too like that wouldn't be cost efficient, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because like it popped in my, I don't know how far you got in the game yet, but Black Cat popped up in.
Nope.
Okay, well she's gonna that's not really a giveaway.
I haven't played since I finished learning about Harry's mom's crib place
Okay.
thingy.
Well, I don't remember how far it is after that, but she pops up, and I thought she'd be a good character because she's kind of like that Catwoman thing where it's like you don't know if she's good or bad, and so it would be like the first person that he like starts to trust after nobody knows who he is now flipping, is like that, good evil kind of person. So I thought it would be a good story, but it's kind of just basic and like, single
Sony's
level
already
and
planning apparently it's being written, the Venom crossover.
yeah,
Because if you watch the end of Venom 2, the after credit scenes, they blip him
yeah.
into the Marvel universe, and then at the end of No Way Home, they blip him back into Sony's universe. Is kind of what they were going with those after credit scenes.
Right. I don't know.
Who the knows, Vincent?
No one knows. Only Kevin Feige, and you don't even know if he knows these days.
I didn't know Travis Green worked for the Devils, but okay, here we are. Travis Green's working for the Devils. Good for him.
I feel like
Let's
I knew that.
all right. Let's start this up. Welcome, episode 372 Sndpodcast show. Last week was 371, Vincent, so this week is 372.
I was
I don't know
making
what
a
that
face
face was.
at the Knicks, not you. Sorry.
See, I'm already disappointed in next season because game one at the Garden and it's not even on MSG. Like,
No. Well, it's on, ESPN.
yeah, but like your first home game of the year should always be on your channel, especially when you didn't win a championship and your team sucks.
Well, they're not better than Boston. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, they're losing to Boston, so you can take that back, sir.
They're not better. That's what I said.
Oh,
They're not better than Boston.
you know who's really good at their sport? The Colorado Avalanche.
That was disheartening.
That was the worst tease of all time. Like we
It
all
really
discussed
was.
pregame, like, all right, when are we leaving? This game's starting at 8. We should all be home by 10.
And they
This is this has
scored some
got
goals.
6-0 after like the third period, like first period written all over it. And it was ugly early too, because Colorado, you you just watch them play. And they were just like, LaFaso said it the best. It's like they're playing hockey and we're just watching. Like they're having
Yeah.
a practice and we're just the dummies on ice in the way.
Yeah. Wait, is that Porzingis on the Celtics now?
It is.
It is. Thought that it was.
Aren't you paying attention to Snacks' early season tweets?
No, sorry, I'm not.
Mitchell Robinson got knocked over by Porzingis, and they wants to now trade Mitchell Robinson.
Of course. And the only good player the Knicks have is bad. RJ Barrett is actually bad.
That was my welcome to basketball season moment.
I don't know if you knew that. The Knicks have two good people, but actually one of them is bad because Snack says so.
They're just...
So we just have Jalen Brunson left. So it's just...
Listen.
Jalen Brunson to the moon.
Shout out to James Dolan for not giving a shit because he just built this amazing sphere thing in Vegas, so he doesn't care anyway. And he's just going to use the Knicks to advertise it on their jerseys. He was asking for like $3 million to put an advertisement on the Knicks jersey.
Of his building?
No, of everybody.
Oh, okay.
He decided like last week that he was going to use.
I don't think that's a horrible ask. The Knicks jersey.
It was like a crazy number.
The Knicks jersey's pretty popular. I mean, I don't think $3 million is the worst ask for, I don't know, State Farm to have put their logo on the Knicks jersey or whatever. McDonald's, whatever.
Oh, sorry. It was $30 million.
Okay, it's a little more.
Yeah. $30 million to put an advertisement on a jersey. So instead he just put a little sphere logo.
So did he pay the $30 million from another account and just transfer it into another account and go,
yeah, right?
Yep, that's me.
Seriously.
I made that money.
Danny, do you think the Knicks should have started on MSG? Like it should just be a thing where the Knicks are supposed to start on MSG Network?
It's what happens when you're good.
Are they though?
Well,
or is this a ESPN gets the chance to put Madison Square Garden on TV for a couple times before it's just consistently Seth Curry and LeBron James the rest of the
No, they're gonna be a middle seed.
Yeah, they're gonna be a 4th or 5th seed, 6th seed.
Well, whether that's actually good or not, you can.
Outside of Milwaukee, who's really a threat though in the East?
Celtics, Sixers.
Would you?
I don't
know about the Sixers. Who's on the team? Nobody wants to be there.
They told him to go away.
Yeah, but Embiid's still there.
That's true. But
that rumor was insane.
Embiid's begging to go to Milwaukee. He's like, for the love of God, just send me there so I could play with those guys. It's gonna be so much better than here.
It was him. It was Embiid for Barrett, Mitchell Robinson, Fournier, and Russell, and it was Randall with 3 first-round draft picks for Embiid. That was like when the Philly Inquirer dropped that.
Well, that was like when they traded for Melo, and it like ruined everything because they traded all the players away, and just for one guy, and it was like, okay, Melo's a great player, but just him and a washed-up Stoudemire is not going to win you anything.
Right.
Or an aging Stoudemire.
And then they used the amnesty on Bullock instead of waiting on doing it for Stoudemire, and then you had to eat Stoudemire's contract.
Do not dismiss J.R. Smith, okay?
No, he wasn't a part of the trade.
He wasn't a part of the trade.
He just came a couple months
after.
Later. Yeah.
You're right. Because I'm thinking they were on the same team, but it was just...
they were.
They were. But
then he was in China during the lockout, and for whatever reason, he just stayed in China. I guess he didn't have an actual contract.
Why are you trying to figure out J.R. Smith's brain?
Because J.R. Smith's awesome. Oh shit! The Knicks are down 82-70. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
it was like a close game.
They were down by 1, and then the Celtics went on a run.
Okay.
And now we're back to
It's so
So-
weird seeing Porzingis in the Celtics jersey.
You missed me realizing that he was on the Celtics about.
So
2
the
minutes later.
Melo trade was Wilson Chandler, Raymond Felton,
By the way,
Gallinari.
did you guys see Raymond Felton at that Knicks charity event a couple weeks
He's
ago?
like 85,000 pounds.
He ate Raymond Felton.
It's unfortunate what happened
The
to
great
Raymond Felton.
Timothy
Mozgov.
Timothy
Mozgov,
Mozgov.
a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks for Melo, a washed-up Chauncey Billups,
Chauncey.
Sheldon Williams, Anthony Carter, and Ronaldo Balkman.
Ronaldo Balkman, the return
Wow.
of Ronaldo Balkman.
Yeah, Knicks.
How come he didn't get a coming home video?
Great question.
Sure, he was thrown in there somewhere.
Couldn't get him a coming home video from when they drafted him? And everybody, wasn't he the pick after Curry?
No.
No. I think it was Gallinari.
Yeah, I thought it was Channing Frye. No, that was.
It was one of them. They all blend together. I'm pretty sure it was Gallo.
2009. Jordan Hill.
Oh my god.
Jeez. At least
Oh.
Gallo's like decent. Like he was a decent, rotation player.
Oh my god. Jordan Hill.
No, Gallo was. If they never traded Gallo, Gallo would have been the best player on the team.
Well, again, that was like we were saying. Like they had
The thing with Gallo, which was annoying, was his dad played with Mike D'Antoni, and it was like, oh yeah, great.
They had the ancillary pieces of a title team, and just not the person. Like
Well, that first half before he got Melo was fun because it was Amari Stoudemire with Felton and then Gallo every now and then.
What year was the trade?
Like those guys, it was
2010, 2011.
Okay, because they drafted him in 08.
Who?
Gallinari was drafted in 08.
Yeah, I think it was 2011. I think the trade.
They missed out on drafting Derrick Rose.
No, it was 2010 because Lynn Sanity was 2011, 2012 season.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
Because it was during Giants
guys.
Super Bowl week.
They missed out on guys like Brooks Lopez.
Brook Lopez is just a good player.
Right.
It's NBA champion Brook Lopez to you, Steven.
Roy Hibbert was in that draft. Robin Lopez, of course, was in that draft.
Another
Sideshow
NBA
Bob.
champion.
Sideshow Bob.
Serge Ibaka was in that draft.
That doesn't count. Nobody knows that he was going to be good.
DeAndre Jordan was a second-round pick in that draft. Also in that draft was still the Seattle Supersonics. So Patrick Ewing Jr. also went in that draft.
This is actually a legitimate question that Danny's going to probably have to answer. Who is on the Nets
this year?
Yes.
Basically everybody that was on the team last year. I actually saw that Ben Simmons actually played tonight.
Okay. Ben Simmons.
After the trade deadline, you mean?
Yes. The team that snuck into the playoffs.
Right.
So Dinwiddie,
Whitehead, Bridges.
Yeah, those guys.
So the answer is Ben Simmons is their best player.
Well, if he actually plays,
if he actually is on the court. Okay, got it.
And who is the best player on their team when he doesn't play? Nick
Bridges.
Claxton?
Bridges is really good. That was the main piece in the Durant trade.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, shit. The Knicks take the lead.
Uh-oh.
The Nets are actually down 83-77 to Cleveland right now.
And the Garden is pumping.
Danny, you said Ben Simmons is playing?
Yeah.
21 minutes, 2 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists.
That sounds about right.
That's Ben Simmons. He's a wonderful power forward.
Powered point guard.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. Djokovic is already I'm going to be the best in the league again for the 10th straight season. He had a huge first day, didn't he? Didn't he have a triple-double?
Jokic?
I mean, it wouldn't shock me.
He's a walking triple-double. What do you expect?
No more horses, back to basketball.
It's really funny how he doesn't care.
He really doesn't. So, the World Series is starting this week.
What
Thank
the fuck?
God.
Is
Yeah,
anybody
no.
actually gonna watch these games? Like,
I'm not.
we got.
No.
I feel like if it goes deep, you'll
Nope.
get ratings
Yeah.
towards the end because, like, then it gets
Nope.
interesting.
Nope.
Can it be a game 7?
Oh
See,
yeah, I
Vin's
can't
lying
wait.
because he's gonna watch if Max Scherzer is in any sort
I
of.
can't
like-
wait to watch Game 6 of Jordan Montgomery and Merrill Kelly. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
really
God.
excited.
You
I mean,
First
imagine-
off, that's gonna be game 7 because you got to save your best guys for game 7. Evaldi's gonna pitch game 6.
I mean, the Rangers. So I want the Rangers to win because I want people who spend money to win. That's where I'm at.
Does it make
Because,
you feel
like-
better about your team?
No, because I think if the Arizona Diamondbacks and their 84 wins win the title, everyone's gonna be like, well, we don't have to spend any money and we could just walk in with 86 wins and get hot. And
Or
that-
you're supposed to lose over 100 games the year before and then go win 86
I
games.
just and I don't want. Well, I don't think Steve Cohen's going to do that. I don't want that to be the prevailing thought in the league. I'd
Might as
rather
well
the
sell
team
back
that
to the
spent,
Wilpots if that's going to be the thought
right.
of the
I'd
league.
rather the $500 million middle infield be the team that wins.
It's crazy though, but like, so I just look. Texas is the home team, the
They are.
higher seed, I guess, is what they're considered.
I guess it's based on wins now, which they had 90. So
They struggled down the line too.
they
like,
struggled big time down the stretch.
But you were talking about Arizona, and I was watching. Like, I saw the end of the game, and I was watching some of the post game, and they're like asking Carol, like, "Hey, you guys sucked in August, and then there was like a stretch in September where you guys were bad too. How does this feel going to the World Series?" I was like, "Guy, you just asked how it felt like to suck, and now you're going to the World Series. Like this is what we're going for. Like, yeah, we weren't a great team. We made the playoffs though, and now we're here and."
Snuck in.
Hey, that's
Snuck
all you
in
need to do
for-
sometimes, man.
That was what
Yeah.
we wanted for the Mets. Get hot that last year after they couldn't win in Atlanta. Then who knows what could have happened?
I can tell you what did happen.
But yeah, because they got cold in September.
Did they though?
Yes.
Ooh, you could
They
do
all
your
did.
mix and match and Burger King fries and onion rings together. Ooh, baby. Sorry.
I hate Burger King fries. That's a hot take.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes Burger King fries.
I think they stink.
But I will take Burger King over McDonald's any day of the week.
That is blasphemy.
I
But-
hate McDonald's.
What do you hate about? You hate their fries? You hate the burgers?
No,
What
it's
do you
the
hate?
fries I like. I just don't like their burgers.
Really?
I wasn't a big fan of their burgers.
You don't eat fast food.
I haven't, but when I did, my go-to was always go to the Wendy's and then go get McDonald's. Go Wendy's, get burgers, and go to McDonald's and get fries.
That's a good move.
Okay, McDonald's. I mean, okay, as long as we agree, McDonald's fries are elite.
Right.
And at this
McDonald's
point,
fries and a Wendy's Frosty. Now that's elite.
I just get nuggets at this point anyway. So I guess you're probably right about the scenario.
Yeah.
That I just get. I don't even get burgers at McDonald's anymore if I go. Anyway, that's fast food talk for the day.
What happened? There's a Bleacher Report saying some guy got wiped on the court.
So
Oh,
Packers stink.
Yeah, I think
Angle.
think is the right word.
They couldn't do anything against the Broncos.
I don't. There's a lot going on here that I have to figure out. I think from the beginning, there was a problem with the process here. Was that you were giving yourself a year ish to make this decision on who's who and what you got, really. I mean, they gave Love the extension, so they give themselves kind of 2 years, but it's really, I think you gotta make a pretty quick decision, and it's just not
It
there. I mean, it's
felt
there,
like-
but it's not there.
It felt like you gave him the extension because you knew you weren't going to be as bad as the really bad teams.
At least we hoped.
And
He's not.
you should end up.
And this is what the problem is: half the league sucks, other
Right.
than 5 teams.
But then again, see, like they're not obviously, they lost to the Broncos, they lost to the Raiders. They're not getting, killed by these teams, but
Right.
and they probably should have won both of those games, but they obviously didn't. And we talked about this at the beginning of the season, how young they were, and how they were probably going to lose games they should win and win games they should lose. And at this point, they're losing a lot more games that they should have won. They really have only won one game they shouldn't have won.
Right.
I would say they need to change up on the coaching staff. I've said it a million times. Their defensive coordinator stinks, but their offensive coordinator is an offensive line coach, so I don't even trust him to make that many decisions. It's almost time to blow it up. It's almost time.
Fair.
But
is it almost time to blow it up, or almost time to reopen the ownership fees to get people back?
It's almost time to blow it up. I think if you go through this season, they're going to have these 2 seasons. If they go through these 2 seasons and the team is not showing significant improvement, then it's new coach, new quarterback. I mean, they're not going to get a new GM because that's just the way they do things.
Right.
So, but these guys kind of put their faith behind Love, and he's definitely not. He's not bad.
You could be worse.
Right, correct. He's not unplayable. He's not like Bryce Young has looked unplayable so far. He's not that bad. But he's clearly he's never completed more than 60% of his passes in a season. And even when things were good this season, he didn't complete 60% of his passes in those games. You can't win games completing 58% of your passes. It's just not going to work. So there's a lot to clean up there. And they can't run the ball for shit because their offensive line is a disaster.
Well, they also have no running back, so.
Well, they do. I mean, Aaron Jones is back now, but.
Is he though?
I mean, he's on the field. Although
Calling him back?
He did. Yeah, he played last week. Although they gave Farmer Boy the ball more than him because they were easing him in. I don't know.
He's a farmer.
He's a farmer. I don't know. I mean, you guys had a nice victory. What do you?
I mean, the first half was.
I mean, their
first
offensive
half-
line made us look like we had the best in the league.
What Danny? What happened with Carl Banks and Tierney today?
I don't know, but Brandon Tierney has become a big clown since Tiki left him.
Okay.
Apparently, him and Sal weren't liking that that Carl was teaching them the game of football and talking down to them, I guess.
I saw them both say that, and then I watched what I thought was the clip, and it was not really that contentious. It was just
I don't know.
They don't like Thibodeau, and
I'm really disappointed in BT because he was always that one guy that you're like, all right, he's not that take guy, and he's just gonna be that standard New York sports guy, and I don't have to make those crazy takes, especially like what he's been doing with the Jets of late. And then I've never really liked Sal, really.
No,
to be honest. Sal. So I don't know. I think it's them finding their groove in a new show, and they have to make it edgeworthy. I don't know. It's weird for going after Carl Banks.
They definitely have, of the 3 main shows there, they definitely have the least rated show.
Well, right now, yeah,
obviously, yeah.
They're trying to find something to get people to be like, oh, maybe I should tune in to see what's happening.
Yeah, and it's a shame because BT's that guy that's always been that guy. Because I remember him at 1050 at ESPN 20 years ago, and he's the best host. He is the best host on all of New York sports radio. I firmly believe that. And then whatever reason, since Tiki left, it's just like hot take after hot take after hot take, and it's just like this is not BT.
You think it's a gelling of him and Sal?
It has to be. And I guess him and Tiki doing it for 10 years, it's just different timing. I don't know if this is how he was with CBS Radio. I highly doubt it.
He was all over the Mets too recently with a lot of the like locker room shit.
Yeah, well, that was because he was defending Sal.
I mean, they were wrong, but you can, be an adult about being wrong.
Well, they're all cancerous.
Right.
It's all just a bunch of cancerous players in there. That's all it is.
Probably right.
So, I'm expecting a 60-40 split in fan base this weekend at MetLife Stadium, because this has easy sold tickets written all over it for season ticket holders from New York Giants.
You think?
I think last week was also since it was the first 1:00 game, it was like a regular crowd because everybody that didn't go to the first, well, either of the first two games or what you and me did was go opening night and not go to the second game.
Right.
We're going to this game. It's the first 1:00 game, and that's really what it was. In normal years, it would have been half dead, and okay, we're 1-6. Here we go again. I felt
right. If we had another home, if one of those if we played Arizona at home instead, you may be seeing less people in that.
100%. And I felt guilty of it. I missed the first series, so I missed the first two series. We were like, all right, we're 1-5. Let's get in there when we get in there and have fun with it. I think the offense, for what it's worth, played really well in the first half. It felt like we didn't try to lose in the second half, and then we made the couple big plays, and then Saquon, who never fumbled. So that was
it's a weird fumble, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely is a weird fumble. But whenever if he fumbles, he fumbled, and it never happens.
Danny, you listened to them a lot more. Did Thibodeau say anything about his touchdown drop?
All I heard was the clip that someone posted that the whole team was going to make fun of him. I didn't.
Well, that we all knew about. And then did
you see the clip of the security guard?
I didn't see the security guard, but there was if you watched, coming back on the field as the defense after the offense got the ball back. When the defense came back on the field, they were in a commercial, and the defense took the ball from the ref, and they were all throwing it up in the air at Thibodeau to see if he would catch it.
That's funny. No,
so they were like having fun with it, which we all said they would. But like, you couldn't even blame the sun; it was shaded there. Like,
right.
No, it's one of those almost. You ever see
the pass was so bad that the pass was so bad that
it was too good.
But it's almost like
for a defensive lineman. Like,
you see a receiver or like it's mostly defensive plays where it's like they're wearing so much padding they don't realize they're wearing it, and then hits them and it goes flying. It looked like it was one of those. Like it went through his hands and he kicked it away.
The security guard is clearly a Giant fan, or he had money on the game or something, or both, obviously. And he just did you gotta be kidding me.
That was.
I mean, that would have ended the game right there. It was 14-7. It would have made it 21-7, and we.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating that we've been saying it all year that Gray shouldn't be taking punts or kickoffs. He has not looked comfortable. He has not looked comfortable once, and then everybody that went to camp was like, "This guy's falling down every time he's fielding a punt," and it's just like, "Oh, here we go." And then he muffs the punt.
17 different punt. We almost put Tyrod back there to do punt returns at the end of the game.
I've been saying, "What's the point of Shepard being on the team if he isn't fielding punts?" And I got my answer.
And then he was worse than at least the other guy. At least the other guy fell on his fumble.
And I go to my cousin. There goes why I'm not the coach of the Giants.
So you say that about him. What's the point of Paris Campbell then?
You're right, right.
What's the
And
point of
then
Paris Campbell? The two of them are just standing there
and
on the
then
sideline.
Slayton got the Bronx cheer when he caught the punt, which was funny.
Well, in fairness, once they took Gray off of it, that's usually Jackson's spot.
Well,
The past couple of weeks.
yeah, thank God
So, you
he
know,
was hurt.
he was hurt, but that would have been his job to go out there and just wave his arm in the air and just catch
Right.
it and be done with it. Because he's the one guy that they've shown that's on the roster that they actually trust at it.
Yeah,
can
but he
just-
shouldn't
But
be
again, you
doing it.
also
Not going to get a
one of the-
return, but you just put him back there to catch the ball.
Yeah, unlike last year, his punt return, his knee almost exploded to 3 different ways, and like that was dumb because we had
So-
no cornerback depth. Now this year, it's like, all right, man, Deontay Banks, man, I did not see him being this good right away.
he's been a
Like
shut down guy, and he hasn't been on
and Terry
terrible players.
had a decent game. Terry had a decent game, but he was like going toe to toe with him. That was pretty good to see. And that was a nice not read by Howell for his first interception in the NFL. So
Hal didn't make any good reads.
no, he was rattled the whole game. And that was a great job by Wink.
Yeah, but where has that defense been all season? Why are we not playing? If this is that type
It's
of
slow-
defense
it's
Wink is
been
supposed to be,
slowly
I get it's
working.
the different offensive lines and things like that. But still, if this is the type of defense that this guy's supposed to bring, where has it been for 6 weeks leading up to this?
No, I agree.
That's always been my question. And it did stink though, because we did, Saquon coming off his ankle injury, and Breda were basically the only running backs for the third and fourth quarter.
Right. Right.
Because Brightwell and Gray were both hurt. So now it's like, okay, so it's just
I'm
you
happy
guys.
they got not Patrick Corbin. He's a pitcher he used to play for the Nats. But Corbin, who was one of the better running backs in training camp the last 2 years, is on the main 53. So there you have it with that. Because I think Brightwell went on IR and Gray. One of them went on IR. I think it was Gray, but I liked him at training camp the last 2 years. So hopefully whenever his number gets called upon, if it ever does, hopefully it doesn't a lot.
Was he the one that was brought in for the punt returns too, or is that not the guy?
No, I think he's just the running back body. But who knows, man? He's just gonna try to stick with the team. So I guess he will do it. You know what I mean? If he needs to.
This today wearing, was it number 80? I think they posted about. They picked somebody up to be a punt returner
Right.
this week off someone's practice squad.
Right. He was an All-Pro for the Pats, I think, special teams wise.
Matthew Slater?
Yeah, I wish. But yeah.
Here he is, Gunnar Ozwoski.
Yeah, his name is Gunnar.
Gunnar Stahl.
Gunnar Stahl is going to be our punt returner.
Love it.
Get those Bass brothers. Just run through guys.
Good work, Captain Duck. One of the just dumbest lines. History.
It should be an interesting week. Struggling offenses, both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. I'll tell you that.
It's going to be which quarterback holds the ball the tightest.
Bet the under.
I saw this on Talking Giants. And Danny, I want to hear what your opinion is on this.
Mm-hmm.
What's your offensive line if Andrew's back this week?
Well, it's obviously going to be Andrew. I put Andrew.
Right. He's left tackle.
Then I would put.
Who has to stay?
Is JMS playing?
Practice today also.
Okay, so it would be JMS.
At center, back at center.
Yes. Okay, so it's gonna be. See, this is the tough thing, Steve.
And also Neil was at practice today. Was practicing a little.
So here's the thing.
Do you want him to play though?
You just gotta write it out.
You can't sit Pew now.
Hopefully he plays. But he didn't. He got a 16 on the passing grade on PFF.
Florio doesn't lie.
So all right. Obviously Thomas. Bredesen is so solid though. So do you put him there? And then you put JMS, then Pugh, or Golinski had the highest grade too, so it's tough. I don't know. This is the 8th combination of offensive line this year.
Never
So,
good.
All right.
Internet
So Tom,
doesn't
I fuck it. I go Thomas, Bredesen, JMS.
Brent, that's your left side. Left
Yeah.
side to center.
Mhm.
Yes. And then I guess Golinski played so well last week.
I know.
I'm gonna have to start Thomas. I mean Neil, just because.
You can't. It's hard to tell. It's like Jets with Miguel Becton. It's hard to kind of just throw him
Next
out
year,
the door right now.
hopefully, maybe we put him at guard. I don't know, but
So who's playing the other guard?
Golinski has been playing really well. I'm gonna go with Golinski.
I like the idea of with the three of them coming back, right?
Right.
That gives you something we haven't had, which is kind of like a depth on this offensive line, because you could put Pugh, if you're struggling at left guard, you could put Pugh there. You could move Benison around on the line. You've seen him play 3 guards and both guards. He's played center, so he could be moved around. So I feel like it's just it's interesting to see. You may even see more extra eligible offensive linemen this week due to it.
Very true.
You may even say, "Hey, Andrew Thomas, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna let you play a drive, and if we're not comfortable with it, guess what? You're gonna become our eligible guy for the game. We'll bring you on a couple of plays, but Pugh's back out there. We want to protect that hamstring. We still have more games this year.
Right. No, I think with Pugh,
We also just paid you a lot of money, so we need to protect the investment.
I think with Pugh, it really boils down that we signed him to be a guard, and then literally the 4th snap of the game, he had to be moved to left tackle. So obviously that's not ideal. So I don't know. I really like Bredesen. So yeah, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think you gotta reward Bredesen because he's ideally been the heart of that offensive line. Boy, I will tell you this, that McKinney defensive receiver penalty last week, watching Gates run after him, really made me miss this.
Yeah.
when I saw him run at him, I was like, God, I miss that guy. I wish he was still here.
Yeah.
Because he'd be your left guard every game.
Right.
I mean, he's playing center for them, but they just young guard, or maybe they wouldn't even draft the center.
No, but he got dominated by Dexter on
Well,
Sunday.
he has 2 guys on each side of him who are horrible. So
Right.
It was embarrassing.
The only offensive lineman.
The Commanders' offensive line was embarrassing. I mean, Sam Howell's not great, but that nobody.
Yeah, he was literally rattled the second the game started.
He had no chance.
And he's always is going to be the question. What was David Carr's sack record?
70 something.
I don't know what the number was.
76.
There was a number that they mentioned during the game.
He's at 40.
That was it was David Carr level. I don't know if he was
36 away. And if you're going to continue to get 6, if teams are going to get 6 a game.
I don't know if it was a pace thing or if it was the hurries or pressures in a game or something. Something they mentioned on the broadcast was David Carr level. It's like, well, that's never good.
No, and we were approaching that level too. Well, we kind of still are, but
well,
Listen, I've said this to a bunch of people. It's amazing what one line do to your entire team. Like Thomas went down and the entire offensive, like we basically had the same offensive line as last year, outside our center going into week 1. And look at what happened once Thomas went down. The whole offensive line fell apart.
Yeah.
And I said to my coworker, who's a Niners fan, Trent Williams went down. Look what happened this week. Look what's happened since Trent Williams got hurt in the Cleveland game. That offense has not looked good.
It is different. Like when you have, even if it's only one guy, when you have one guy that you don't need to help, it does, change things.
I mean, look at your team.
100%. As soon as he went down, it all fell apart. And even though he wasn't playing at 100%,
a couple years ago, it's been falling apart.
I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, they've lost a couple championship games or playoff games because he's been out. It's a fact. Sad.
Dan, you played offensive line in high school.
Yeah, a little different, but yeah.
I mean, granted, it's a little different, but imagine one guy goes down. Now all the momentum, now all that mojo you got, all goes away.
Well, a lot of it too. Even if one guy gets hurt, usually, it's not always the case, but like a tackle gets hurt, then you got to kick somebody out, and then you got to shuffle. You're moving everything around. It's rare that you're just plugging in somebody else at left tackle. It's usually a flip or you're swinging somebody out, and then you're changing 2-3 things, and the whole thing comes crumbling down. All right, you want to do some picks quick?
Yeah,
do it. Let me get it up. That's what she said.
Well, she's getting it up,
this
Danny.
is a PG show, sir. Not really. The snooze fest for Thursday night.
That's not good. My picks aren't coming up. It says your matchups are a little early.
What does that mean?
So we all had awful weeks, by the way.
Yeah,
I had 100 points. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about, man? We all had 30 points for week 7.
Oh, I'm looking at the week before. My bad. My bad. I'm still in first place, though.
We're tied. We're tied. You and me are tied for first place.
Yeah.
While Danny's a game behind us.
First place.
Not hot.
Sorry, per winning percentage, we're tied for first place.
Yes.
So Thursday night, Tampa Bay and Buffalo.
Buffalo's looking human.
Yeah, imagine if the Giants ran the ball on the 1 yard line and did proper clock management.
No, imagine they didn't audible.
Imagine they didn't run the ball.
No, I meant in the fourth quarter.
Oh, in the fourth quarter.
They did it twice, so that's what I meant by that.
Did you see Jim Irsay? You guys see Jim Irsay's 80-word tweet?
I didn't.
About having Richardson had successful surgery and then went into a whole thing about how he'll be ready for next season, blah, blah, blah. And also the league needs to look into rule changes for what happened at the end of their game. All in one tweet. And I'm like, guy.
That's the ramblings of a wild man.
This is why the Cowboys only let Jerry walk around with a flip phone.
Yeah.
So Buffalo Bucks.
I mean, it's a joke, but they need to just let Jim Irsay make the decision of whether the roof's open or not, and that's it. That's the only thing he can decide.
It's literally the best. It's my favorite tweet of the week.
Yeah, it's the best. Roof open or roof closed. That's all I want.
And then you get PMT's comment.
Right.
I'm going to take Buffalo at home.
The best Twitter account that they make fun of is actually Magic Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
It's just hilarious. Oh, my God.
It really is.
Porzingis just hit a laser 3.
Oh, I have the hockey game on. I have the Devils Capitals on. Capitals scored 2 goals.
RJ for the tie.
Half
No
of-
good. Okay. Knicks are falling apart. Gotta love it.
Week 1 already falling. Game 1 falling apart.
Yeah, I think they were up by 4 and now they're down by 3.
Leave it to Snacks wanting Mitchell Robinson to be off the Knicks already.
Not surprised.
No, not at all.
His RJ Barrett tweet was my welcome to the season tweet.
What was that?
RJ
Just
Barrett
that he
is
stinks.
awful.
He's awful.
And then
he
this
wants
is
him
coming
gone.
from the guy. This is coming from the same guy that was like, "Oh, we're going to the conference final on Sunday." But then again, he was really drunk. I'm sure.
I mean, we technically could. All right, let's make these picks.
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go Cowboys. Screw it. Going Vikings.
100% Vikings.
Vikings are getting hot at the right time. They're gonna finally go on their.
I'm just not falling for these stupid small spreads that we're getting anymore. I'm just Vikings.
I'm going Falcons because everybody on the Titans is getting traded anyway.
Will Levis.
Yeah,
Starting quarterback.
Excuse me. Both of them are playing this week.
Right,
Perfect.
because that's always the plan. The old statement, when you have 2 quarterbacks, you're in good shape.
Right. I'm still going.
It says 28 points.
Falcons defense is really good right now, and they're going to confuse Levis.
Yeah, Julius Randle, clutch missed free throws.
The Knicks haven't made a free throw in about an hour.
And the Knicks haven't made a free throw in a couple years, other than quickly. This game stinks. Oh God.
I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, screw it. They're home.
Give me Gardner.
It seems
They
like the
could've- they
Colts
almost beat
are
the Browns.
always. Is it me or it feels like the Colts are always home?
They only play home games.
I do.
You're not going to get the roof open or roof.
You're not wrong that I do feel like I see Lucas Oil Stadium on Red Zone every week.
That they're always home and we're always on the road. It seems.
Yeah, that's what it feels like this year. Oh, this is a.
We're literally
trap.
playing one home game and then going back on the road for 2 weeks. For 3
9
weeks.
and a half. Oh boy.
Mac looked good last week, but was that just the? I don't know.
Against the Bills, he looked good.
I know. Was it just the Bills? The Bills are a little banged up right now.
Is Tyreek playing?
I didn't see anything that he wasn't.
He was out today. There was reports that he twisted something. So it is definitely a possibility.
He is on the questionable.
Did you guys see
a hip injury? That's not great.
Did you guys see the Chase Claypool statistic?
Yeah, I saw it. He stinks, and he's a cancer, as you can see.
Since trading Chase Claypool, the Bears are 2-1, and we're 0-13 with him on the team. The Dolphins were 5-1 since activating him, and the Steelers were 2-6 with him and 11-4.
Really surprising how bad he is. I'm still taking the Dolphins though. It's a big spread.
Dolphins at home, looking to get back on the winning streak.
Yeah, no, 9.5 is a lot though.
It is.
But the
Especially
Dolphins own the Pats in Miami.
Yeah.
Especially for a division matchup.
I'm taking it. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm taking the Jets.
We're covering.
That's
what I'm going to say.
Okay.
We're covering.
I could see a 3-point win.
We're losing this game 2-0 on a safety. Or a blocked field goal. Oh no, that would be a blocked extra point. It's only so.
You can't have a blocked extra point with 2-0.
So we're losing the game 2-0 on a safety. One team just has to get in the it's amazing. Just throw the ball deep to Hyatt and just let him do it. Just let him do that.
The problem is if we're going on a throw the ball deep competition, Garrett Wilson's
Garrett
going to
Wilson's
win.
but can Zach out?
13, 4. It's going to be 13, like 12 with
Yeah.
all field goals.
But can Zach Wilson throw it further than Tyrod? Is the question.
I think
Because
he
Tyrod can
can.
throw a deep ball.
I don't know. I kind of want it to be like that Cardinal game the Jets played like 10 years ago, where like
What about the game versus
Greg
you? Like
McElroy
15
came
years.
in, and they
What
won
about the
like
game versus you? Like 20, like 15 years ago, where it ended 6-0.
it ended 9-0, and I was there. We won the Super Bowl that year. Honestly, the Packers kicked the field goal in the first drive, and then they didn't kick another field goal. I think till like the fourth quarter. It was just 3-0 the whole game. What an awful experience. Win though, nice win. Is that my first? That might have been the first time I went to a Packer game. I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Boston ball up too. Here we go, boys. Clutch time.
I mean, Julius Randle has been bricking shots for the last 10 minutes. Jaguars taking the
The
Jaguars.
hero.
Steve Cohen's there too.
Well, I'm sure he has money in the sphere, so. I actually heard that. So, Evan, my cousin, was talking to us. A friend of his went to the U2 concert.
Yeah.
And he said he said like he had higher seats and he was happy because his friend knew somebody who had lower seats and you couldn't see half the sphere sitting lower.
That's how a sphere works.
So, but he said like the experiences was just so like the music was great, but the experience of it was just like
Right. It just seems like you're at a movie theater type of thing, like
Like one of those
like an
planetariums.
IMAX, yeah, like or
right. It's like the
Pan.
planetarium we used to go to all the
I'm
time.
thinking,
It's just
It's just
like we
all
need the
right.
guys from Big Bang Theory to go there and teach us about shooting stars going across the
It's a good
planetarium.
episode.
Does Thibodeau make it to the All-Star game as the
Yeah.
head coach?
Yeah. Unless it's like epically bad.
Why would he?
I don't know. I'm just it's always like it's been like this off-season discussion for each year he's been there so far. So just have that thought of, are we almost at the point where it's maybe a change would be in the mid-season change could be a difference. I'm gonna take the Steelers in this game.
Well,
I don't like the way the Jaguars are playing. Steelers are playing well.
I think
It's really a toss-up game with the way the both teams are playing. Eagles are going to sack Howell about 85 times. They're going to single-handedly break the car record in a game.
yeah.
right.
I'm going Jags.
I would Steelers. Even though they did play a tight game last time, I think Washington's just you could hear it in the post-game interviews. They're ready to fall apart. I got Eagles.
Oh my god, this is the Sunday night football game. Oh no. What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Panthers. I don't know what the hell.
Yes,
Oh.
Panthers and Texans, Danny, are the Sunday night football game.
My bad.
I mean, it's Bears Chargers, so it's not that much better.
Yeah, that's bad too.
No, isn't Bears Chargers? Oh no,
No, it's
is it
Bears
Chargers Monday?
No, that's Sunday night.
Raiders Lions is Monday.
Oh, that's right, because I want to go to Detroit to get the bobblehead. That's right.
Yeah, the Aiden Hutchinson bobblehead.
Texans. They're gonna
100% Texans. Sneaky good. I really want to pick the Browns, so I'm gonna do it.
DJ Walker.
And
He's been playing good. He's been
He's
playing
been playing
good.
better than Watson was.
right.
And their line just can either way can just stand up against anybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns on the road.
I'm going Seahawks.
Wow, what a brick, Brennan. Benson. 2 picks.
Ugly loss. Night one.
Hey, positives. They only lost by 4. Okay, they're still in it. Their point differential is only 4.
The Devils are losing to the Cat. The Devils are having a rough start to the season.
Bummer. Next season's over.
Trade
Before it
'em
even
all.
begins.
Fire everybody.
I blame Justin Pennick.
What else is new? What do you do now, though?
No, he officially converted to the bandwagon this year, and he hung out with Snacks tonight.
You know what? I agree. Anyone who hangs out with Snacks is wrong. No offense, Danny.
It's okay. I like his family a lot better.
Than him?
Yes.
Oh, Chiefs it is.
It's not that high of a bar to step over.
He's gonna hear this and get very mad tomorrow.
Chiefs it is.
It's almost my goal in life to get him mad.
I know, and I can't wait for him to text the group chat when he listens tomorrow.
I almost very snarkily responded to one of his tweets today because he tweeted his response to the Yankee ticket email.
I saw that. That was
and hilarious. I really wanted, and I initially responded nothing like, yelling at a ticket person just trying to make money, but it wasn't a ticket person. It was just the email was just like one of those. It was a blast, right? So I was like, okay, it's not a ticket. I hate when people respond, "I'm not buying tickets because the team sucks," to a ticket person trying to sell tickets. They're just doing their fucking job.
Listen, it's a simple. Listen, I'm not interested at this time. Thank you.
That's it.
Don't waste your time with me.
But it's like it was like a blast email that was just, corporate AI basically email. So I let it go. Where are we at? Chiefs? With the Chiefs? Ravens. I think I'm done with the Cardinals being pesky. I think
yeah, until Kyler comes back in a couple weeks.
He may play this week. He was a full go at practice today.
Bill Simmons did say something interesting, and the Ravens are that team this week. That every week whenever that quote unquote team of the week is that week, they get blown out the following week. That week when everybody's talking them up.
That's fair.
So we'll see, but I'm still going Ravens.
Well, now it's time to start downing the Lions anyway. The Sam Darnold San Francisco 49ers hosting the Bengals.
I'm going to take the Bengals. Although if Sam Darnold just balls out,
I said to my coworker, they only put Purdy in the protocol to have Sam Darnold play so they could trade him before the deadline next week.
Really, if they beat the Bengals with Sam Darnold, Shanahan wins.
They're the best team in football.
He wins Coach of the Year. It's it. Coach of the Year. Done.
I mean, I even said to, again, my coworker's a Niner fan, and I said to him, I'm like, Darnold's not a bad quarterback. He put a bad situation with the Jets, and he played well for Carolina.
He did not play terrible last year in Carolina.
Again, they had what, 6 wins last year? They almost won the division.
Something like that.
They almost won their division.
I mean, 6 wins is not almost winning your division.
I am going to take the Bears to cover this week.
Really?
Yes. The Chargers stink. Like, beyond stink.
Steven has hated the Chargers for about 15 years now.
Yeah, because like 20 years ago, he liked the jerseys and he liked.
I had the powder blue LaDainian Tomlinson jersey. In fact,
right. I mean, everybody liked that jersey, but also he hated Phillip Rivers.
I never hated their jerseys. I just
for no apparent reason. Philip Rivers never did anything to you. You got the best of that trade.
It was the fact that there were more people always saying how Philip Rivers was better than Eli Manning, and
Because he was
everybody,
better.
but and everyone's was he though?
Statistically. I mean,
Ooh, yeah, but what statistic counts the most in the NFL? Ring
passing
count.
Philip, passing yards, actually.
I was gonna say children made, but you know,
And then Antonio Cromartie, best player ever.
Rivers is catching up though. So
Yeah.
I'm going Bears to cover.
Yeah, me
Alright.
too.
And
I'm
the
going
Lions are bouncing back this week.
Yeah, the Lions are going to be pissed off this week.
100%.
And it's Hutchinson bobblehead week, so 46.
I was going to say 45, so.
I'm 42.
I said 43. I typed that in 10 minutes ago. So it's
You
just,
said
just
3.
where we're 3. I meant 43 because you both had already said 42 and 45. I should have just left it at 3. Price is right. Lowest number wins.
I thought it was. Oh, look, Nature Boy is at AEW. Whoop-de-dip.
Why is he at AEW?
Sting's retiring, so they're bringing back some of the people to.
Sting's retiring?
Sting officially announced retirement. He's got one match left, and it's a pay-per-view in 2024.
Who's he? I mean, that's a long way away. Who's he fighting?
I don't think they picked that guy yet.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Yeah, it's still one of those. Everyone's guessing.
Well, who's the guess?
5 wrestlers who could face him. Darby Allin, MJF. Ric Flair is on the list.
Oh, no. He had his final match like 2 years ago.
He has recently said, though, in interviews, that he is upset with the way he looked in that match and would love to come back.
We joked the other day that he'll never die. He's going to outlive all of us.
He's going to be the last one on Earth.
This is Flair we're talking about?
Yes, Ric Flair.
When wasn't his last match the HBK match?
No. Well, no, technically, yeah, but
technically his last professional.
He had a tag match with Charlotte Flair's ex-husband.
Okay, he did some bullshit matches.
Right.
Okay.
He had some charity matches. Is basically what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a tag match with Charlotte Flair's ex-husband.
And there was and one of the guys on the other team was on the other tag team was the first guy he ever faced in Japan.
Yeah, something I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe it might have been Hogan, actually.
No, Hogan wasn't in it.
Whatever.
2 other names, Andre, Flair's ex-husband, Andre. And then Goldberg is also on this list.
No. Just no.
Just bring Eric Bischoff and let the 2 of them fight.
Sure. Should bring back Jimmy King. He could.
Jimmy King.
Sting is helping Jimmy King. Love that movie.
Bring back Diamond Dallas Page to get payback for him helping Jimmy King.
Wait, is Diamond Dallas Page dead? No, he's around. He's doing. He is okay. No,
he's the yoga guy.
He's the yoga guy, right? That's what I'm at. Yeah.
He's the one saving all their lives. Vincent.
Correct.
Somehow, some way. So yeah, they're just. When is that? AEW Revolution 2024 is.
It's got to be early 2024, right?
March 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's early enough.
I think it would be cool to see Darby Allin because they were quote unquote partners for the last.
They're basically working together, yeah.
Okay.
That would be, and he's that whole skater boy.
He's like a modern day
right
punk version of Sting.
I could see MJF with kind of almost a legend killer vibe kind of thing.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I wouldn't hate that.
Or you get the matchup a lot of people have always wanted.
Here's a fun question: did he retire? Did Orton retire yet?
No, Orton's gonna be back in like the next week or
Okay.
2 weeks.
I know he was out. I feel like it's
Yeah, he
time
had
for him to hang
back
him up.
surgery,
Yeah, I feel like it's time for him.
but
to
he's
hang
been
him up.
working out. They're setting it up to bring him back soon for
All right.
Survivor Series. With that being said, show up, Giants. Just show up, or don't. Somebody show up. Who are the Packers playing this week? Are they playing this week? They have like another
Minnesota
bye?
Vikings.
Oh, Skull Vikings.
In Green Bay.
Yes.
In Green Bay. Yes.
That Addison kid is good. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck to all. Don't forget to not waste your money on our picks.
No.
We'll talk to you guys next week.